football game of the season. So I'm going to introduce first, representing the skull toting, future kings of the North, Minnesota Vikings. We have Viking Dave.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Well, glad to be here.
Good, good. Nice to have you, Viking Dave. And then representing the reigning, defending NFC champion, battery throwing, Santa booing, General Scumbag having Philadelphia Eagles sports guy.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Gotcha. And we're glad to have you. And I see you brought some people with you. We got a Facebook user that's already saying "Fly Eagles, fly." So Viking Dave, I'm gonna need you to bring some of those Vikings fans over here as well, so we can show some love for the
I hope
Fighting
they showed up.
Purple. Yeah,
I hope they
amen.
showed up.
All right, fellas, real quick, I'm going to go through the rules. I know Cooper kind of told you behind the scenes, but let's go through it one more time. We're going to have 5 rounds. We'll start with the quarterback position and make our way through the position groups before ultimately you make your case on why your team will win this Thursday night. The odd number rounds, you will tell me why your team's position group will be the champ of the matchup. The even number rounds, you will tell me why the opposing team's groups will be a bunch of chumps. End of each round, you'll be judged by yours truly. I want a good, clean fight, but I don't think it's possible because we do have a Philadelphia Eagle fan in attendance. So, without further ado, let's get it on.
Champ round. Quarterbacks.
Perfect. So we're going to start off with the quarterbacks real quick. We do have Miss Colleen Kunkel representing Vikings Nation. She wanted to say
There we
Skull
go.
Vikings, and Richard Mikhailov wanted to say what is up, guys. So with that being said, we are going to start this week. We did a imaginary coin flip behind the stage, and Viking Dave, I want you to start off by telling me that Kirk Cousins is the champion of this quarterback matchup.
So, listen, I am a big Kirk Cousins fan. Now, there's two ways we can go about this. I can be the realistic fan, or I can be the homer fan. So since we're going against Philly and I hate everything about Philadelphia, I'm going to be a homer. Kirk Cousins is better than Jalen Hurts. That's a fact. I don't care. I don't care about that he almost won the Super Bowl. He didn't. He lost the fumble, and that's why they lost. Kirk Cousins is better. He's more accurate. He's got Justin Jefferson to catch balls from, and that's all I got right now. I'll be honest.
Okay. Well, it's always a good argument when it starts off, hey, listen. Philly sports guy, you tell me why Jalen Hurts is the champion over Kirk Cousins this weekend or tomorrow.
I feel like we've done this before. Second week of the season, up against the Vikings, they come to our stadium and they get steamrolled. I think last year Jalen Hurts crushed them single-handedly. It was like he started to talk about Kirk Cousins and how he had Jefferson and that's all he had. But we know how Kirk Cousins is under spotlight, and he just doesn't like to perform. Where Jalen Hurts thrives on that. He's able to run. He's able to throw. He was actually much more accurate last year than Kirk Cousins was. And of course, we did go to the Super Bowl, won the NFC champion, where you guys couldn't even get past the Giants, if I remember correctly, in the playoffs. So I would have to say that really this isn't a comparison. I kind of expect that after that Kirk Cousins loses this game, that he's going to wind up getting traded to the Jets.
Oh,
Okay, so I like the argument, Philly sports guy. Not only did you come in and say, hey, your guy's a chump, mine's a champ, but they're going to trade your guy after we beat them so bad. I got to give point one to the Philly sports guy.
Chump round. Running backs.
All right, now we have the chump round. And so, since we started with Viking Dave last time, we're going to start with you, Philly sports guy. Tell us why Alexander Madison and the rest of that running back stable is a bunch of chumps this week.
Who? Who? Oh, that's right. That guy went to their running back went to Dalvin Cook is now playing for the Jets. Who do they have as their running back? I just don't, I don't even know his name. What did he run for? Like 34 yards last week. He didn't score any touchdowns. I think that they wanted somebody to step into Dalvin Cook's shoes, and they're still waiting.
Okay, Viking Dave, what do you have to say?
Okay, so Kenneth Gainwell, he's not even playing. He's not. First of all, he's not that good. Like all these running backs in Philadelphia are actual literal chumps. None of them are good. DeAndre Swift, they had to trade. Detroit didn't even want him. If Detroit doesn't want you, how bad are you? And he got what 3 snaps or something the other day. He's not good. Rashad Penny, that guy kid. I think he's hurt right now. I think I just heard he got hurt again. All the Eagles running backs are not good. Jalen Hurts will probably be the best running back on the field because that's what he is. He's a running back. And that's all I got to say about the Eagles because their running backs are trash.
And you remember that Detroit's actually above you in the division right now, right?
Oh,
And
I forgot. Detroit has been so bad. Everybody gets so
Order
hyped
in
over
the
one
court.
game. It's one game.
All right, I get it. There's a lot of passion coming out here, and while Viking Dave, man, you did a good job. You really let him have it when you named, 4 or 5 of their running backs, and Philly Sports Guy couldn't even name the one. As much as I hate to do it, 2-0.
I'm sorry that I
Philly
know fantasy
Sports
football and I know
Guy.
all of these bums that are on this list.
Champ round. Wide receivers.
All right. So this is the turning point. We got round 3, and if there's one thing I know about those Minnesota Vikings is, damn it, are they resilient? So I don't think Viking Dave is dead yet. I'm going to start this one with Viking Dave. Tell me why. This is the easiest assignment anybody will have all year. Tell me why your wide receivers are champs this week and every week.
Well, you just said it right there. It's easy. It's easy. We have the best receiver in the league. There's nobody else that's even close to him. I don't care. I'll give Tyreek. Tyreek's pretty good. Listen, I like AJ Brown. He's a great player. They got the Eagles. They got some good receivers. JJ is him. You see it on my screen. He is the best in the league. Jordan Addison is freaking awesome. I was going to talk about tight end, but I'm not allowed to do that right yet. KJ Osborne is one of the better third receivers in the league. And again, we have the best in the world. Justin Jefferson. He's breaking records every year. 1,400, 1,600, 18. He's probably going to get 2,000 this year. I want y'all to know that. That's how good he is. Nobody can stop him. That's all I need to say. I agree with Colleen, by the way.
I usually agree with Colleen, too. Philly sports fan, tell me why 2 is better than 1 in this situation.
Actually, it's not just 2. We have a bunch of different receivers. I mean, I understand Justin Jefferson is a great receiver, and every once in a while, the quarterback can actually throw him the ball. He announced that in the first round. But we have not just AJ Brown, who really is a top notch, maybe just a step under Justin Jefferson in terms of all the yards they get. They just don't have anybody else to throw it to other than Justin Jefferson. He's the only one that gets open. Where we have AJ Brown, we have Devontae Smith. Of course, I'm wearing his jersey right now.
Don't name
We have
any other
Quez
bums.
Watkins. We have Quez
Don't go there.
Watkins. I tell you, all of those guys are able to receive the ball. And then it doesn't matter, like even that other guys out of the backfield can also catch the ball. So there is lots of receivers for us to be able to throw to. And I know just how well Kirk Cousins likes to throw when the spotlight's on him. So I kind of expected some of those are going to get intercepted.
All right. So some real haymakers this round. And I got to say, Philly sports guy, you really came out swinging. You really looked like you were ready to put an end to Viking Day. But much like the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, you couldn't get the job done and close the deal. Point for Viking Dave.
I like it.
Chump round. Tight ends.
All right. So I'll give you another crack at this to put him away, Philly sports guy. Tell me why the Vikings tight end is an absolute chump this week.
Because he's going to have to stay in and block against our defensive line. Hawkinson is okay. He's actually a good tight end. I'll give him that. but he's going to have to stay in and block all game because we have the best defensive line in the league, bar none. And they're going to have to deal with that. They're going to have to do a max protect against Kirk Cousins. So you're not going to get to see him catch the ball very often or go out on the routes because he's going to have to stay in to make sure that nobody touches Kirk. But unfortunately, we're going to get to him too.
Okay. Viking Dave, tell me why Dallas Goddard is going to score just as many points fantasy-wise this week as he did last week.
Listen, are we talking about the tight ends or are you talking about the Eagles' defensive line? I thought this was a debate about the tight ends.
Woo!
You have nothing against Hawkinson. He's amazing. That's why he just signed the big deal. Goddard's a really good player. I think he's fine. He's not as good as Hawkinson. That's just a fact. Hawkinson's in the Pro Bowl. Goddard. Oh, wait, by the way, how many catches did Goddard have last week? Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. 0. He's not as good. Period. End of story. You had nothing against Hawkinson. You had to talk about the defensive line, which honestly might be true.
Yeah, because he's not going to be able to go out and do any. He's not going to be able to go out and on any patterns because he's going to have to stay in and block. And you're going to find out how bad of a blocker he is too. Because
we
God
have
can
blocking
do both,
tight
and
ends
you
for that.
can't.
We don't need that. We don't
now
need
you
him
got
to
get
do
the
it.
other tight ends. You're going to have to go with the big set to make sure to block everybody. We know
Keep
what's going
talking
to
about
happen.
other
What
reasons
happened to
why
Hawkinson
you
last
can't
year?
trash
Did Hawkinson
Hawkinson.
go anywhere
You can't
last year?
trash
No
Hawkinson because he's
receptions
too
last
good.
year.
So
all
what
Grady
do you mean
is
no
all that
receptions
money.
last year?
All that
He
money.
wasn't even on the team last year when we played y'all. So thank you.
So that's
Okay.
right. He didn't get any.
All right, order. Listen, I let it go for a while because I love the enthusiasm. I love how bad you guys want to win it. It's 2-1 right now. Philly Sports Guy is bringing it home. However, Viking Dave in this round, he said it best. You're talking about defensive lines. We're here to talk about tight ends. Point for Viking Dave.
I like it.
Final round. Who wins the game?
All right, so this is it. No more champs, no more chumps. You guys battled valiantly. You got a little nasty last round. I'd like to see some more of that. Get even nastier this round. We're going to close it out here. This is round 5. This is the champs round. This round is brought to you by our partners, Pro-Am Belts. Go to their website, get all your championship gear. Now, for this last round, I'm going to give you the first crack at this, Viking Dave. Tell me why your Minnesota Vikings will be victorious Thursday night.
So this is what's going to happen. Nobody expects the Vikings to win. They just lost to the Bucs. Listen, I was there, and it was disappointing. I understand it. The Eagles didn't look much better against the Patriots. The Patriots should have won that game. So this is what's going to happen. Nobody expects the Vikings to win. They're going to go in there on Thursday night on prime time where everyone says Kirk can't win, and they're going to win this game. Why? Because I said so. Right. Really, that's all I got right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm not crazy confident in it. So it's hard for me to say that, we're the best team in the world. But we're on the road. It's a hard game to win. The Eagles are a good team. But I'm going to say it, upset city. Vikings win 24-21.
Upset City. All right, Philly Sports Guy. Tell me why the Philadelphia
He said it
Eagles
already.
He
said it already. He's not very confident. He's already trying to figure out what excuses to make when they get spanked again like they did last year and like they did in the NFC Championship game because it's all the same. It is all the same. You guys are not that good of a team. Your defense is weak sauce in general. We got a great defense. Our offense was a little rusty last week, but we like to get things in gear for the second week like we did last year as we smoked you guys in prime time. And we already know what Kirk likes to do in prime time. He shrivels up like a piece of bacon. He gets all crispy and he starts to fall apart. And that's exactly what the Vikings are going to do again this week. I got the Eagles. I got them 31-17.
31-17. All right, boys. I'm sure we've all been to court at least one time in our life. And I know everybody also watching at home, you are programmed to always tell the truth under oath. But that's not always the best philosophy in this courtroom because the truth did not set you free on this one, Viking Dave. Philly Sports Guy brought it. And as much as my Cowboy Viking loving heart hates to do it, The Philadelphia Eagles are champions of this courtroom tonight.
And his name is John Cena!
And Viking Dave, listen, everybody really kind of leaves here a winner. And although you weren't the winner of the show, I do have one small parting gift for you, my friend.
What's that?
Dumbass. Bang these. They call me dumbass. Black cotton entertainment. Stupid.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, fellas. Well, I appreciated you both. You both killed it. That was a ton of fun. Real quick before we do get out of here, Viking Dave, tell everybody where they can find all of your awesome content.
At Viking Dave 18 on Twitter. I also do a fantasy football show, OUS Fantasy Football Podcast. So you can look me up there. That's why I know all those bum ass Eagles running backs names.
That's right. That's right. And Philly Sports Guy, I think it might be self-explanatory, but tell us where we can find all of your amazing content as well.
Well, first off, I want to wish Dave good luck. I hope the whole team gets out of there safe tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
No injuries and such like that. I want to have a good game. Make sure nobody gets hurt because you guys are going to be needing to go to your backup quarterback after Cousins gets traded. But all you have to do is Google the Philly Sports Guy and you'll find me. I am on every social media platform as the Philly Sports Guy. You'll see I'm a colorful guy. I'll be down there at the stadium at 8:30 in the morning tomorrow. Full-fledged, ready to go. Raring, it's football season.
Are you going to be alive by the time the game starts?
Oh, yes. Actually, the good thing is that I don't drink on game day.
There you go. Smart.
So that's why I'm one of the better Philadelphia fans, especially as you guys, because I know you guys are still crying after we won your Super Bowl in your stadium.
I gotta say, Philly Sports Guy, I was so shocked that there was a Philadelphia Eagle fan on my program who was, taking the high road and being a really good sport, and then you just yanked the rug out from under me in typical Philadelphia fashion, and damn it, do I appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much again for joining us. Make sure you guys tune in next week. We'll be back to discuss next week's game of the week. The schedule looks a little rough, so we haven't decided which one it is yet. However, if you made it this far in the video, help us pay some bills, give us a like, and then make sure you also smash that subscribe button so not only can you see us next week, but you can watch the best damn Dynasty show there is, TSS Dynasty Hour, next on the Fantasy Sports Corporation. This court is adjourned.